Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Karen Antoinette Scott. I am the proud Chief Black Feminist Physician Scientist, founding CEO, and owner of Birthing Cultural Rigor. And we are here at the CDC Museum for the Health as a Human Right, Advancing Health Equity exhibition, right? And I am standing here because my work, along with the illustration of my work by Cheyenne Varner of the Educated Birth, is featured here in the section called The Lived Experience as Data. So I'm proud to be expanding or having my work be recognized beyond the maternal child health subfield and really being seen as what it is, right? I am one of the paradigm leaders of recognizing the value of the lived experience as the outcome and how we need to translate the lived experience of Black mothers and birthing people and their chosen and given kin into scores, right, to evaluate the performance of hospitals that can then translate into strategies and solutions to advance birth equity and to prevent and mitigate obstetric racism. So if you know about my work, I am the developer of the SACKRED Birth Quality Framework, where SACKRED, spelled with a C and a K, is an acronym for the first and only Black patient identified quality framework. S is for safety and accountability, A is for autonomy, C is for communication and information exchange, K is for kinship, R is for racism, anti-Black racism and misogynoir, E is for empathy and humanity, and D is for dignity and Blackness and holistic care. So here you'll see what we call illustrated clinical narratives for the D domain, dignity and Blackness, part 1 and part 2. Thank you again to the brilliance and humanity and passion of Cheyenne Varner of the Educated Birth. I commissioned her to translate each of my 7 domains into these illustrated clinical narratives back in 2020. And then I applied, I submitted an application to my then university employer, who will remain nameless, for the rights to own these illustrations and the patient-reported experience measure of obstetric racism, aka the PREM-OB Scale. So here we are looking at ways in which data, right, can transform the way care is delivered, the way we interact and communicate with patients, and the way that care can be evaluated. So in this scene, we're looking at how racial concordance, right, racial and social concordance can look like to affirm our innate worth as Black people, as Black mothers, as Black fathers, as Black gender expansive birthing people and parents. And we see the doula, we see the partner, we see the birthing patient, a mother, we see her mother, the grandparent, we see a Black OBGYN, and we see a nurse. So this is an example of what racial concordance could look like as one solution, right, to affirm, actualize, amplify our innate worth or our dignity as Black folks and to promote holistic care. But this is not the only way you can do that, because we don't always want to assume, right, that all skin folk are kinfolk. Second, we also want to build the capacity for hospitals who don't have or choose not to hire Black folks, right, in the workforce, that you can also promote dignity and Blackness even when your team looks like this, where the doula and the OBGYN are not Black, but you have a Black patient. So what are ways you can curate dignity and Blackness, right? You can put language, signs, images of that person's chosen and giving family, their ancestors, their traditions, their cultures. You can also, usually in patient rooms, we have video monitors. Imagine playing songs or using like Tanifer Kamar's Show Me How to Doogie, Show Me How to Breastfeed song that's on YouTube. You can bring in culturally affirming, right, responsive and relative messaging and care into the room, even if your staff does not look like the patient. So that's part 1, part 2, and this is what we do. So please come to the CDC Museum in Atlanta on the headquarters of the CDC. Bring your ID because they will search your car and ask for your ID. And just just have a wonderful time learning about different ways in which we advance health equity, because health is a human right. Peace.